All right, what's going on, everybody? So, I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to do this video, but honestly, I saw a few things yesterday when I was just surfing online, and I was just like, "Yep, let me go ahead and do this." So, for those of y'all that don't know, Crunchyroll is doing their whole anime awards thing. You know, they do this every year. And I saw a few things online that I'm just like, yeah, I need to do a video on this. So I saw one video where somebody was talking about the anime awards, and they made this stupid claim that there wasn't a lot of anime to watch last year. Then I saw another video where somebody put up the tweet. They put up a tweet that somebody made that they basically said that Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen carried 2020, and I'm just like, what? Like, bruh? Did y'all not watch any? Like, I'm gonna need y'all. Listen, New Year's resolution for all y'all out here, man. Watch more anime, please. Watch more anime, especially if y'all gonna sit up here and like do videos and stuff. Just watch more anime. Like, I'll admit I didn't watch as much anime as I did in 2019. Like, I watched like over, let's say like almost 50 something. And, like last year, I probably watched like 30 or something like that because I was just busy. But yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to watch more anime. But yeah, so Crunchyroll, they got their anime awards nominees and stuff. I believe they narrowed a lot of the they narrowed a lot of the categories down already. I wanted to kind of go over some of this and kind of give you guys my thoughts on it. And you know what? Because I didn't get a chance to kind of do my best of 2020. So I'm gonna try to do this on the fly. So kind of give me a second because I didn't really write anything down. I'm just doing this off the cuff right now. So I'm gonna try to go through this though. So first off, with their anime of the year category, for anime of the year, they have Keep Your Hands Off Izukin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Keep Your Hands Off Izukin. Jujutsu Kaisen. Dorohedoro. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Great Pretender, April Ranman, and Beastars. First of all, get this furry crap out. Like, listen, fam, I'm gonna be 100%, man. Beastars, get that the heck up out of here. I haven't seen April Ranman, but I will say the character designs look cool. It looks like a the premise looks cool, so I won't really say much about that. Great Pretender, I saw that advertised, and like after watching somebody's video where like they talked about like the last couple episodes being very terrible, and kind of like basically ruins all of it, and I'm just like, yep, bad writing, and I think this is a show from Netflix. I'm just like, yep, that's Netflix. So get Great Pretender out of there. My friend said my friend and fellow YouTuber Rex Sparks. He said that Herodo, God, I'm gonna butcher this name, Dorohedoro and Keep Your Hands Off Izukin. He said that those two were good, but I haven't seen them. So honestly, the only one on this list, like Jujutsu Kaisen, listen, every time my brother came to visit last year, he could not stop talking about that show. And I've only seen, so I'll be completely transparent with y'all. I've only seen a few episodes of it. But from what I saw, it wasn't really hitting on much. Like, it's not bad from what I saw, but it was just like, it's doing, basically, I can put it this way, it's doing what it needs to do. It's doing what it needs to do. It is, as some people have already pointed out, it's like a amalgamation of a lot of stuff we've seen before. And that's not necessarily bad. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, I don't want to call it derivative because I haven't seen a lot of it so far, but I'm just like, yeah, I wasn't really impressed with the first few episodes. So honestly, I don't think the Jujutsu Kaisen needs to be up here either. I think I'm gonna make a lot of people mad when I say this, but please know that this isn't coming from like a place of hate or anything like that. This is basically the Demon Slayer. I feel like this was the Demon Slayer of 2020. And what I mean by that, like if y'all haven't seen my Demon Slayer review and my first impressions for Demon Slayer, go ahead and watch both of those videos. Cause I gave it an honest shot, and there's good stuff in Demon Slayer. There's bad stuff. There's stuff that's like middle of the road, and Demon Slayer was one of those overhyped shows of 2019. I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen was going to be one of those shows. I feel like a lot of this, and I said this about the Game Awards, in which I didn't get a chance to upload that video because, unfortunately, the video got corrupted. But I said this about the Game Awards, that pretty much this is like I say this about a lot of award shows, in which a lot of it is a popularity contest, and with this, I honestly can say that, like, a lot of this, like, once I go through a lot of this list, I think some of you guys might agree with my opinion here, is that this really isn't a list of shows that is like reflective of the best of 2020. And I get it, like, you can't, like, there's so much anime that comes out. I mean, obviously, to expect somebody to watch every single anime, unless that's your job, and I assume that that's the job of these people over here at Crunchyroll, these judges. So if that's your job, then get on your job, because I feel like a lot of this is, out of all the shows that we liked, that we bothered to watch, what were the best ones? Or, like, it's more of a popularity contest. So I feel like, yeah, a lot of this, I'm like, get a lot of it out of there. So as far as my anime of the year, as far as like my nominees would have been, so I already said Akudama Drive. I already did that video where I talked about it, and I gave it the anime of the year spot. I gave it the award. But like I would have to rewatch this other show, Tower of God, which I will also put on the list. I would have to rewatch Tower of God first, because I might rescind that, but I gotta really rewatch, because keep in mind when I did that video, I was kind of off. I was kind of off the hype a little bit, since the episode had just ended. The season had just ended. It was like the season finale. But yeah, I think Tower of God's story was a lot stronger. I think Akudama Drive, and I'll still stand by this, I think Akudama Drive had a good story, but I don't think it's as strong as Tower of God. I think that the antagonist of Tower of God was really good. Was a really good antagonist. I won't reveal who it is because it's kind of a spoiler. But yeah, so Tower of God, Akudama Drive, Talentless Nana, man, this show was very underrated. Like, nobody was talking about this. This is like the black sheep of 2020. Also, I mean, y'all should know this if y'all been on the channel all last year. I could not shut up about railguns. So, a certain scientific railgun, that gotta be up there, definitely. Episode 16 was really good. It was one of the funniest episodes of the year. What else? Burn the Witch. Even though, I mean, technically that's kind of a movie, but we still gonna put it up here anyway. Burn the Witch. I would even put that, just to make a separate category. I know they don't have this in the Crunchyroll thing, but if I had to say like best comedy, I would give it to Burn the Witch, because I feel like it's not only an action show, it's also a comedy. So I would kind of give best comedy to Burn the Witch. It was a really funny, really entertaining show. And Kubo, man, he could really go between both of the tones of like lightheartedness and then darkness, you know, being kind of humorous, and then also, you know, getting down with the action and stuff. So I thought the dot was good. Okay, so I mentioned Akudama Drive, a certain scientific railgun, Tower of God. I'm trying to think, is there one I'm missing? I said Talentless Nana. There probably is one I'm missing, and I'm gonna be so mad when I'm finished this video. I'm gonna think of it, and then I'm gonna be really pissed at myself. So give me a second here, man, because I think there was one more show. Yeah, I can't think of it. Please forgive me. Yeah, it's like really early. It's early when I'm doing this, so my brain right now. But I know there was probably one more that I wanted to talk about. Well, I'll put My Hero also up there, since I didn't mention that in that video, because I was really kind of just talking about the newer anime. I mean, that's another thing. Like, that's another thing with this. So, with their list, I see a lot of newer shows. I mean, well, then again, let me scratch that. I mean, there is returning shows like Haikyuu and Kaguya-sama. So let me scratch that. So I will put My Hero on the list. With the stuff with the tag, man, my head right now. Basically, the stuff with Overhaul, and also the stuff with Eri, and the stuff with the cultural festival thing, like all that stuff. That was really good. That was like, honestly, season 4 is underrated. But yeah. So My Hero also, man. Another thing, and I saw a lot of people because I was reading the comments. And a lot of people were like, hold on, where's Black Clover? Where is Black Clover? So yeah, put Black Clover up there, because Black Clover definitely put in work. If y'all have not seen like well, it's not even the most recent now, but like the stuff with the devil and the elves and stuff, y'all need to go and check that out. So, but yeah, so that's what I would really put up there as far as like anime of the year nominations for me personally. And as far as the winner, it's between Tower of God and Akudama Drive. I think that those two shows literally had everything that you could really ask for in terms of an anime. They had really good action. Well, I'll say Akudama Drive's action is way better. The story, like I said, the story can go toward Tower of God. The story was a lot stronger there. But in general, both of those shows had really good story. Really good character design, interesting world, really good pacing, really good writing. Just overall, those shows were really good. I didn't really want to give it to My Hero Academia again, because I'm just like, yeah, I felt like Tower of God was a bit stronger though, but that's just me. So moving on, we have Best Animation. So for Best Animation, we have Keep Your Hands Off Izukin, The God of High School, Great Pretender, Jujutsu Kaisen, Princess Connect Redive, and Beastars. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna be, again, 100% transparent. I have no clue what this Princess Connect Redive is, but it sounds like some bullcrap. I could be wrong about that. I feel like when it comes to the animation categories, okay, so listen. So the ones we gotta get out of here, I've seen bits and pieces of Keep Your Hands Off Izukin over the last few days. Get that out of here. Beastars, get that crap out of here. That crap looks ugly. Great Pretender, that looked alright from what I saw, but I wouldn't personally put it up here. God of High School, so, and I should have also I think I pointed this out for the anime of the year, that basically it's between Keep Your Hands Off Izukin and Jujutsu Kaisen. And out of both of those shows, like if I had to choose between both of those, I'd give it to Jujutsu Kaisen, just based off of word of mouth and what I've seen. So, but with Best Animation, it's between The God of High School and Princess Connect Redive. And I have to get, because it's for me, it would be kind of biased because I've only seen the God of High School, so I'd have to give it to God of High School. But I honestly don't think God of High School, don't get me wrong, the animation's good. The animation's good. I said in my review that like something was lacking in terms of like the fights and stuff, and the animation did look a little weird, a little weird in spots in the way like the main character and some characters move. But the animation is good, but I wouldn't honestly. Let's see, Best Animation. First of all, Akudama Drive. Put that up there. Akudama Drive, Railgun, you have to put that up there. Gleipnir had some, Gleipnir, it was, 2 or 3 episodes that had really good animation in it. I won't say the entire series, because there were definitely episodes where it's just like, yep, all the budget went to these episodes, but yeah, overall, I'd say there were some good, there was some episodes with good animation in there. I don't want to, because once again, I haven't really watched a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'd keep that up there, I guess. I'd keep that up there. I saw a little bit of Decadence. What I saw of it was pretty good, but I wouldn't necessarily put it up there because I haven't seen a lot of it. I only really, nah. Fire Force, yep, put that up there. I was just thinking about it. Fire Force, we gotta show that some love. And honestly, I think that was the other show that I was forgetting. in terms of anime of the year. So yeah, that would have been a nominee also because Fire Force, that story, the animation, the fights, the humorous moments, all that, it nailed it. So, but yeah, so I'd put Fire Force up there. I wouldn't so far because I'm behind with Fire Force because I'm watching the dub. So, like, I haven't seen the entire season. But I don't think that the animation this year is as strong as the 29 well as last year for Fire Force. So, but I would still put it up there for animation also. But like I said, out of those two that they have up here, the God of High School and Princess Connect Redive, I just had to give it the God of High School. Okay, so this is the other category. There's two categories up here. I'm just like, wait a minute, did y'all watch? This is what made me. This is one of the things that I saw where I'm like, okay, y'all definitely didn't watch a lot of these anime and stuff. So we have best opening sequence, and then we have best ending sequence. So best opening sequence, we have Easy Breezy. That's Keep Your Hands Off Izukin. I'm not gonna pronounce the one from Eve from Jujutsu Kaisen. I know a lot of people love Eve, but I will say, well, I'll say my comments. So we have Jujutsu Kaisen, we have Beastars, Great Pretender, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, and Haiku to the Top. So here's the thing. So I've actually seen and heard, really more so heard, Haiku's openings, and I believe they have like the same music composer that does My Hero Academia, if I'm not mistaken. And I honestly gotta say, oh yeah, and then I'm also very familiar with Burnout Syndromes because they did some of the other Haiku openings and endings. I haven't watched Haiku. My brother has seen it. But as far as like the openings and stuff, they've been really good as far as like the songs themselves. But I feel like a lot of this category is, oh, I like the song. It's not really the sequence. It's not really the sequence. I can say that for both the opening and the endings. So here's the thing. So Kaguya-sama, Daddy Daddy Do. I've heard the song. I've seen the sequence. Not very like. First of all, the song isn't as good as the first one, and I haven't even seen Kaguya-sama yet. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the English. So, but I've seen the opening. I've seen both the openings, and I'm like, the first opening is way better as far as like the song itself, and then even the sequence. The sequence isn't anything that great. Honestly, the sequence isn't great at all. It's not anything to really like put up there on a pedestal. Unless I'm missing something. So get that out of here. Like, no offense to Kaguya-sama. So get that out of here. Great Pretender, same thing. Same thing, Great Pretender. Beastars, get that crap up out of here. And the song. Jujutsu Kaisen, keep that up here. Listen, I can say a lot of things about Jujutsu Kaisen. But one thing I cannot say. Because I've listened. I'd be lying if I said that I like wasn't rocking this opening and ending literally every day for the past few weeks. No, not even the past few weeks, like month after month, man. I haven't even watched like I'll say this, I've heard the opening and ending of this song more than I've watched the show itself. So honestly, keep Jujutsu Kaisen up here. But yeah, the rest of this, as far as so, like, the only two that I really think deserve to be up here is Jujutsu Kaisen and Haiku. And the ones that I think should be up here also with Jujutsu Kaisen and Haiku. First of all, everybody slept on Gleipnir's opening and ending, man. Though, like, Gleipnir's opening and ending deserve to be up here, man. So, Gleipnir's opening and ending, Railgun, I say, well, okay, so I'll say this for Railgun's opening. If I had to choose one opening for Railgun to put up there, it would actually be the second opening for the third season. Because it's different than what's the artist? Fripside. It's different from what Fripside has done before. It sounds a lot different, and there's like some really cool effects in it. And it's just completely different from what we've seen in the other seasons. And it's a really good, really dynamic kind of creepy. It kind of has a little creepy vibe. As far as like the song and even like the sequence itself, so I'm like, yeah, I like that. And then even with Gleipnir, there's stuff in there like if you've seen Gleipnir, it's like okay, I see what this is illustrating. Same thing with like the not only just the opening but also the ending. So yeah, I put Railgun, and obviously like people are gonna disagree with me. Well, I was gonna say My Hero Academia, but I do kind of get the criticism of I kind of get the criticism of I've seen people say that like the sequence, the opening and ending sequences, they're not as good as the other ones. Like they're not as creative, and like so I won't put My Hero in that case. But we definitely got to also put shine on Fire Force. Really, both of Fire Force openings, but I like the second one the best. It really, if you were somebody off the street and just saw Fire Force for the first time, it really illustrates what this show is all about, what you can expect, just the humor of it, the action. It's really good. It's really good. So I'd put Fire Force up there. Also, people were like, "Where's Black Clover? Where's Black Catcher?" Like I wasn't crazy about Black Catcher, but I'd put that up there just for like, because I know a lot of people like Black Catcher, and I know a lot of people thought the Black Catcher was really good. I like the ending. There was one of the endings that premiered for Black Clover last year. I forgot which one it was. I don't know if it was ending 10 or ending 11, but I think that deserved to be I think that deserved to be up here for like the endings as far as the song itself. But I really think that they focused on the songs more so than just the overall sequence. Like taking in account the music, but also the sequence and also what it illustrates about the show. And I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen, out of all of the ones that they have up here, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen sort of nails the atmosphere of the show. And like there's parts in there like, just to give an example, the panda. The panda just running around. It's like, okay, what is up with this panda? What is up with this panda? So like it's stuff there that like if you're just somebody off the street just seeing this for the first time, there's stuff there that you can appreciate. And just the songs itself in Jujutsu Kaisen opening and ending, really good. Honestly, I'd hate to do it. I hate to do it to him, but Jujutsu Kaisen opening and ending. As far as the opening goes, man, like I don't want to do it, but I might have to give the Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen opening and ending. I might have to give it to that. But for as far as the ending sequences go, oh yeah, dang. There was one more, and this just reminded me when I saw this. So for the ending sequence, they have Lost in Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, Great Pretender. They have their ending. BNA, Brand New Animal. Get that the heck up out of here. Even though I love Trigger, but yeah, get that out of here. Okay, so this one right here, Dorohedoro. Their ending sequence is by No Name. I looked at the opening and ending sequence. Unless I clicked on the wrong video, I'm like, what? I mean, I love No Name. No Name, that song, the song was fine. I like the song. I like No Name. But I don't think there was anything crazy about the sequence. The song's good, but the sequence itself, the sequence itself overall, I'm like, yeah, this was nothing to really get too crazy over. So, but so one thing up here. So one thing up here that I think definitely deserves to be up here: The Millionaire Detective, Balance Unlimited. Both its opening and endings. This was the show that just a few seconds ago, I'm like, oh, I just forgot. I just remembered. You know, this is also a show. I'm surprised they didn't have the opening up here also, because the opening and ending sequences to the show definitely encapsulate the personality of the main character, and then also just overall especially when we talk about the ending sequence. It basically like this is about those two characters essentially. I really like the opening and ending sequence to that show. I thought it was really good. But then the other thing that they have up here was Inspector. I've never seen Inspector. I'll be honest, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that ending, so I can't really comment on it. But like I said, definitely Gleipnir's ending deserved to be up here. One of Black Clover's endings that deserved to be up here. It was either ending 10 or ending 11. Definitely the railgun ending, the second railgun ending. Because if you're a fan of that show, like there's so much in there that really captures the personality of those characters, and then just the songs itself. Like I feel like if you're talking about opening and endings, you can't just say, "Oh man, the song was good, so let's just put it up there." You got to talk about the opening and ending sequences itself, not just the songs. You got to talk about the whole thing. So honestly, like out of all the ones that they have up here, I would say it would be either between Millionaire Detective and Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm surprised Jujutsu Kaisen didn't win this. It was a Inspector. I gotta see what that is. Because maybe it deserves it, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. So I'd probably give Jujutsu Kaisen. It's either between Jujutsu Kaisen and Millionaire Detective, out of the ones they have up here. So moving on. So these two categories, man, like I was like, why don't they have categories like, oh, best drama or best comedy? They have categories like best boy and best girl. I was just like, why? So for best boy, they have this dude named Kaiman from Dorohedoro, Gojo Satoru, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Jujutsu Kaisen. They have Kun, my boy Kun from Tower of God, Legoshi from Beastars, Anos Voligold from the Misfit of Demon King Academy, the Misfit of Demon King Academy, and Shoyo Hinata from Haiku to the Top. So some of these, once again, full transparency. Haven't seen Beastars, haven't seen Haiku, but I would definitely take Beastars out of here. I'm not sure about Haiku, so not sure about that. Or Misfit of Demon Kingdom. I think the main character in that show is like super OP, so I don't know. Like maybe he's just like very charismatic. So just out of all of them on this list, man, I mean, I'll say this about Gojo from the little bit that I've seen of it, and I've seen very little of this character. And this description might, like, don't be pissed off by this description. Once again, I haven't seen a lot of the show, but he just seemed like a goofier version of Kakashi. And I'm not just saying that because he has white hair like Kakashi and like his eyes are covered. He seemed like a more goofier, fun version of Kakashi, which isn't bad. But, I'm actually surprised they didn't put my boy Rock up here. I'm like, Kun. I mean, I like Kun, so I'd give it to Kun. Even though that name is stupid. But so the other category, well, so as far as what I would put up here though, as far as best male character, I would really have to take the time to think, because I really didn't think about that. So I'd probably give it to Kun. Just to save some time here, I'll probably give it to Kun. Alright, so the next category is Best Girl. Now this one, I put together a list for this one, so this should be easy for me to tackle. But as far as what Crunchyroll has up here, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm not familiar with these characters, so I can't really say much about them. We have... And please forgive me for any of these, for any mispronunciations, because I know it's going to end up happening. Sayaka Kanamori from Keep Your Hands Off Izuken. We have Chizori Mizuhara from Rent-A-Girl. We have Noi from Dorohedoro. We have Katarina Claes. What is that? Katarina Claes or whatever. From My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom. Abigail Jones from Great Pretender, and then we have Kaguya Shinomi. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get this. Kaguya Shinomiya from Kaguya-sama Love is War. So, like I said, not too familiar with these characters. Um, Based off of a video that I saw from, I think it was Mother's Basement. From he did a video on My Next Life as a Villainess. Based off of that video that I saw, I'm just like, I'll probably give it the Katarina. I heard Kaguya-sama's good. Like I said before, I want to check that out. I'm just waiting for the dub, but yeah, like I said, I'm not too familiar with these characters as far as what I would have picked for this category. Endorsi from Tower of God. Really, you could put anybody from Railgun's cast and you'll be good. But I'll choose Sodden out of all of them. I could put Musica up there also. So Musica and Sodden from Railgun. Noelle from Black Clover. Thought she had some really good moments. She had some really good moments in the latest season. I even put Claire up there from Gleipnir. I know she crazy. I know Claire's kind of crazy, but I'll put Claire up there because she did stick by Shuichi, so I'll put her up there. And I'd even put the girls from Burn the Witch up there, even though I think that would kind of be a little unfair, but I'll put them up there. Nini and I think it's either pronounced Noel or Noel, but either way, I'll put those girls up there. And as far as who I think should have got it, as far as my my own personal list, I'd probably give it to Sodden, just based off of all I've seen from that show after watching all of it last year over and over. I think that she really is like the freaking heart of that group. I think that she's the most reliable, most dependable. She's the shoulder to cry on. She's a really awesome character, even though she doesn't have any power. So. But yeah, I'll probably give it to Sodden. I really dug Endorsi as far as like her personality goes and everything. But yeah, I'll probably give it to Sodden. So the next category is best score. Now, with this category, as far as best score goes, they got Tower of God. Oh yeah, so I should also point this out. Best girl, as far as that category goes, it's coming down to Rent a Girlfriend and My Next Life as a Villainess, as far as those two goes. And like I said, I'm not too familiar with those characters, so I can't really say. But I'll probably just give it to I'll probably give it to the girl from My Next Life as a Villainess, just based off of the fact that I know a lot more about that than this other show. But yeah, best score, as far as the best score goes, we have Tower of God, Great Pretender, Beastars, Keep Your Hands Off of Izukin, The God of High School, and Japan Sinks 2020. I'm like, what is this? So that last one, I'm like, what is Japan Sinks 2020? I don't know what the heck that is. Okay, out of all these, I'm gonna tell y'all, hands down, Tower of God. If Tower of God does not get best score, it's rigged. It's rigged. Y'all can say what y'all want about Tower of God, whether y'all liked it or not, but that score was fire. That soundtrack was amazing. As far as other shows that I'm trying to think, I would have to really give it some thought as far as soundtrack goes. This is probably a cop out, but whatever. Railgun, put that up there. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't even think I'll put anything from Gleipnir. I mean, My Hero Academia, that's kind of a cop out too, because like the music's always gonna be great in My Hero Academia. So I'm like, I'll probably just give it to Tower of God. Honestly, I just give it to Tower of God. Now, this is a category as far as like the Japanese voice actor category. Best performance by a Japanese voice actor. Um, Here's the thing, y'all should know this by now. I prefer watching a lot of my anime dubbed, and it takes a lot. I would say it takes a lot for me to like notice to kind of notice a really standout performance in a Japanese dub, because a lot of it is just, and I don't mean to say this in a like I don't mean to what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm not trying to offend anybody or anything like that, but it's kind of gibberish to me simply because I don't know the language. So it takes a lot for me to actually notice a good performance, because they got to have the emotion right. They got to like it's really got to be something standoutish. And as far as what they got here, so for best performance by a Japanese voice actor, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna try to pronounce these names because I know I'm gonna butcher them. We gonna be here all day, so I'm just gonna say the names of the characters and like the anime, or I'm gonna try my best. So, Wave, Listen to Me. What is this? Minari Koda. Toilet Bound, Hanako Kun. Hanako. We have Subaru's voice actor for ReZero, Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. We have Sayaka Kanamori from Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, and we have Daisuke Kanabe from The Millionaire Detective. Now, out of all these, man, I can't. So it looks like ReZero is going to win this category already. But as far as what I saw from last year, in terms of the Japanese voice actors, the one that really stood out the most to me, even though she was on the show briefly, was Haikawa from Gleipnir. That scream and just her overall voice acting in that, I thought was good. Yeah, I would also agree with this list in terms of Daisuke from Millionaire Detective. I'm trying to think some other ones that I can kind of shout out real quick. What was that? Nobilis. Dude from Nobilis. Nobilis. Well, really, I liked a lot of Nobilis's voice acting in terms of the Japanese. I think the Japanese was a lot stronger than the dub, in my opinion. I have to give it to Frankenstein voice actor, actually. Frankenstein voice actor. Other than that, yeah, I can't really think of anything else. So, yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. So, moving on to English voice actors, I'll probably have a lot more to say here. English voice actor, as far as best performance, they got my boy Zeno Robinson as Hawks from My Hero Academia Season 4. Fate Grand Order, I'm not familiar with that show really like that. Crispin Freeman as... What's it? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Crispin Freeman for his character. I ain't trying to pronounce that, man. We have a character from Great Pretender, Aaron Phillips as Laurent Dettery. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Whatever. But we got a character from Great Pretender. We have Johnny Young Bosch, excellent voice actor, as Bomb from Tower of God. I would have chosen Rock. That's just my 2 cents. I would have chosen Rock. But yeah, he was good as Bomb, though. Yeah, the voice acting in Tower of God was good. Jonah Scott as Legoshi from Beastars. I can't even... This is like one of the times I'm just like, yeah, I can't say because I haven't seen the show, so... And then we have... I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but we have a character named Ikendra from ReZero, which I assume is that character, like one of the main characters on the promotional images, that I keep thinking it's a dude, or is that supposed to be a female? I'm not even sure, but... So out of all these, like, it looks like it's gonna come down to My Hero and Fate Zero, or Fate Grand Order, and y'all already know I'd probably give it to Zeno Williams, Zeno Robinson. I'll probably give it to this dude as Hawks. He really does have range. Like, if y'all haven't checked out the other shows that he's in, he really does have range. It's actually very surprising, and this is a black dude doing a lot of these voices that I'm like, okay, yeah. Like you would think it would be somebody else, but and I should say this for clarity. I'm not just voting for the dude. I'm not just saying this because he's black, man. So chill. But it's really nice to see somebody who's young and also black, make it in the industry and really doing these high profile anime like this. So I give it to him though, as far as what they got. I'm trying to think some, like I already mentioned Coon. Well, no, I mentioned Rock, but also Coon. I mean, a lot of the Railgun voice acting, Fire Force voice acting. I mean, as far as like the English voice acting goes, I would really have to sit here and think about it, and I don't want to. I don't really want to take up too much more of y'all time. I know this video about to be long as heck. I'm about to hate editing this joint, but I just kind of wanted to get this all out here, so we just gonna move on. If I think of something, if I think of somebody, I'll probably like shout them out. But for best director, we have okay, and once again, forgive me, I'm about to butcher some names. Masaka Yuasa from Keep Your Hands Off of Izukin. Yuzuru Tachikawa from Decadence. Hiro Kabaraki from Great Pretender. Mamoru Hatakeyama from Kaguya-sama Love is War, and we have Takashi Sano from Tower God. Y'all already know who I'm going to give it to. Who am I going to give it to? Tower God. Tower God. Hands down. I felt like as I was watching this joint, I'm like, this feels like something like if Christopher Nolan were to watch this, he would be applauding. Like, this feels like if Christopher Nolan made a shonen anime. Like, bro, I'd definitely give best director to Tower God director. Now this is the category I'm like, yo, what are these choices? What are these nominees? So best character design. So for best character design, they got Keep Your Hands Off Izukin, Great Pretender, Toilet Bound Hanako, Brand New Animal, BNA, Tower God, and Yashahime. I disagree with all of these except for Tower God. Tower God had some of the best character designs, and out of all these choices, it should have won. But also, man, we definitely gotta shout out as far as like my list goes, man. You gotta put Fire Force up there, Gleipnir, Decadence. Heck, man, we even put in Jujutsu Kaisen up here. Like, how do I not put Jujutsu Kaisen got in like almost every category. It's like it's almost like The Last of Us for anime this year as far as the awards go. And I'm surprised Jujutsu Kaisen not up there, but I'll put that up there too. Burn the Witch, Railgun, what's some other ones? Talentless Nana, Akadama Drive, especially. How do y'all do best character design but not have Akadama Drive? Like, these people are out of their freaking mind. Like I get it. Everybody got their own opinion, but I'm like, yo, this list is horrible. Ain't gonna lie. Yashahime is about to take this. Yashahime. First of all, Inuyasha's character designs have never been good. I looked at the character designs for this, as far as like the promotional art, and I'm like, yo, these characters look bland. Like, and it could just mean, like, I'll say this, I don't like the art style of it. But I'm like, yo, these character designs, unless there's more that I'm not seeing here, man, these character designs aren't anything to really like go crazy about. And then also another one that they forgot, April Ramen, or Apin Rama, however you say the joint. April Raman definitely deserved to be up here for best character design. Like, what the heck, bro? This category terrible. We moving on. Best Protagonist. So best protagonist, they got Natsume from Decadence. We got Katarina Kleiss, however you say it, from My Next Life as a Villainess. We have Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. Anos Voligoid, however you say it, from Misfit of Demon King Academy, and then Shoya Hinata from Haikyuu to the top. And out of all these, I mean, unfortunately, I would have to give it just out of their list. I'd probably have to give it to Itadori because I've seen way more of him than any of these characters. So I'd probably have to give it to Itadori, even though I don't think that he deserves it based off of what I've seen. Natsumi, I'm glad that they gave her a spot in a world where Attack on Titan is airing. We definitely need to shout out this character. As far as best protagonist goes, I probably this is probably gonna come off as biased. Like I won't even put I definitely put Izuku up there as far as like a nominee. Swindler from Akadama Drive, Nana from Talentless Nana. I'd probably give it to Railgun. I'd probably give it to Mizuka. This could come off as biased because obviously, I watched a lot of that show last year. And then also Bomb, also I'd put him up there, even though he's not the most interesting character out of all the characters. But yeah, I'd probably give it to Mizuka. Alright, so the next category is Best Antagonist. And for Best Antagonist, they have N from Dorohedoro. They have Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Rachel from Tower of God. Eikaito Soma from Fruits Basket. Ichinda, I know I'm butchering these names, so please forgive me. But Ichinda from ReZero Season 2. And we have Overhaul from My Hero Academia. So once again, so here's the thing. I haven't seen the second season of ReZero, so I can't really comment on that. Haven't seen Dorohedoro, so really can't comment on that. Sukuna, haven't seen a lot of this character as far as really haven't seen a lot of that character. So I can't really say. So out of really all these, first of all, Fruits Basket has pretty much got this category, which is a gosh darn shame. Unless there's something I'm missing about that show, because I remember seeing bits and pieces of the original way back when I was I want to say in the 9th grade of high school, like my first year of high school. Unless there's something I'm missing, yeah. This is one of those categories where I'm yeah, y'all did kind of put shows in here that y'all kind of watched. Especially in terms of this Fruits Basket. For me, it would probably be between Rachel and Overhaul, and I'd probably give it to Rachel. Rachel is, I feel like it's kind of a spoiler to even mention that she's the antagonist, but spoilers, she's the antagonist. Rachel is dirty. Rachel is freaking dirty, man. She is manipulative, I would say. There's a lot of irony in her character, because what she wants is what Bomb, because I'm trying not to spoil for those that, again, mentioning that she's the antagonist is kind of a spoiler in and of itself, but the best way I can put it is Bomb would basically give her everything that she desires to have, but unfortunately she's so selfish and so she's just so I don't say she has tunnel vision, but essentially she just doesn't realize that really Bomb is really all she needs. It's I don't want to really give it all away, because it's once again, I don't want to really spoil the show, but I definitely give it to Rachel. Overhaul was a good villain too, but I'd probably give it to Rachel. So next up, they have Best Fight Scene. Now, I agree with a lot of this actually. Um, for Jujutsu Kaisen, they have Gojo. They have Gojo Satoru versus Sukuna, and I assume they're talking about that second episode fight. Although there could have been another fight later on. I thought that fight, because I said in my first episode review for Jujutsu Kaisen, I wasn't blown away by that, but the second episode was a lot better in terms of that fight. That definitely, I'll even admit that was cool. So I definitely see why that's up there. The God high school fight that they have up here, Chin Mori versus Jigai Taek. I don't know if they're talking about, because I don't remember a lot of the characters' names in that. A lot of the names of the characters in that. I don't know if they're talking about like that final fight, or like one of the fights in the middle of the God of High School tournament. But honestly, I wouldn't put a God of High School fight up here. Surprisingly enough, I wouldn't, because I even said in my review that, just in terms of the animation and just the emotion behind the fights, it's just like I felt like it was kind of lacking a little bit. So I wouldn't put a God of High School fight up here. Actually, for me personally, I would have put a Gleipnir fight up here. I would have put either a Gleipnir fight that was like towards the end, or Haikawa's fight. And then also, the disrespect of Black Clover, y'all gotta stop it. Y'all didn't put the fight with the devil at the end with Asta and Yuno and everybody, and then of course Yami and what he did at the end. Like, y'all didn't put that fight up there. Like yo, y'all crazy. Y'all didn't put the Black Clover fight up there. Mizuka's fight. Really, there was a lot of. There were some pretty good fights in Railgun Season 3. If you want to talk about the fight at the end, and then what's his name? Kamijo and dude, I can't remember the other guy's name, but dude that he teamed up with to fight Mizuka. That was a good fight there too. Obviously Deku versus Overhaul, that's on this list. So I was actually surprised they put this up here. Bercoli versus Emperor Vector. Emperor Vector from Sword Art Online War of the Underworld Part 2. Honestly, I rewatched that fight. That was good. That was good. Say what you want about Sword Art Online Alicization, but that fight was good in terms of like how they animated it, and like there's moments in the fight where like you can tell it kind of seems like the art style almost changed, like in the middle of the fight. Like I don't know how best to describe it, but that's like the best way I could put it. It's really like that fight is really good. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and look at it, because in terms of animation, it was really good. But I think, and then also hold on. Yeah, they put two God of High School fights up here, because I thought they put this fight up here. Chin Mori versus Han, and I'm like, that was one of the fights where I'm like, yeah, there's kind of a lack of them. Like I said, something that's kind of lacking with God of High School fights. Again, animation's good, but it's not like yeah. I would probably give it to Akudama Drive, man. Brawler versus Master, and I assume they talking about one of the executioners. And here's why I'm gonna give it to Akudama Drive. First of all, I said this before, but Studio Period, they definitely brought the A game when it came to animation and the fight choreography, and just the scene itself, man. Like, if you haven't seen Akudama Drive, you haven't seen some of the fights in there. Some of the animation and fights are some of the best of 2020. So I honestly had to give it to Akudama Drive, man. And of course, the Deku versus Overhaul, y'all already know 100% Deku. But yeah, I'll probably give it to Akudama Drive. Best couple, I'm not even gonna really bother kind of saying my 2 cents in terms of what my personal list would be. I'm just gonna name what they got, because I don't really have anything for this. I ain't gonna lie. Best couple, they have Nasa. Hold on. Forgive me if y'all hear that in the background. There's like a truck passing by. Nasa Yuzuki, and Tsukasa Yuzuki from Tanakawa Over the Moon with You. I believe that's how I believe I pronounced all that correct. Kaguya and what's his name? Kaguya and Miyuki from Kaguya-sama. We have Legoshi and Haru. From Beastars, we have Kotako and Kuro from Inspector. Katarina Kleiss and Maria Campbell from My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. And then Chizuru Mizuhara and Kazuya Kinoshita from Rent a Girl. Like I said, I'm not going to even say my 2 cents on this. So it looks like Tanakawa Over the Moon with You. It looks like that couple basically won that category. All right, so the next category is Best Drama. And yeah, I haven't seen any of this. I ain't gonna lie. Fruits Basket. We have Great Pretender, Japan Sinks. I still don't know what the heck that is. Sing Yesterday for Me. Beastars and Somali and the Forest Spirit. I heard that Somali and the Forest Spirit. I heard that was really good. And it looks like Sing Yesterday for Me and Somali the Forest Spirit. It looks like those two are gonna win it. Um, I don't really have anything to say about that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have anything to say about that. I'm trying to think, did I even watch a lot of dramas last year? If I did, like most of the stuff that I watch, that's like slice of life and like slice of life and dramas and stuff. Most of the stuff that I've seen recently, I want to say, are like older shows that I've never seen that I just like I went back and I watched. So um, probably not much for me to say here, man. I'm gonna be honest. Um, Best fantasy. So first of all, with this one, man, how'd y'all not have how they not have Burn the Witch? Because that should have been up there. But for best fantasy, we got ReZero, Dragon Quest, the Adventure of Dai, which my brother has told me is pretty good, surprisingly. And I'm like, this dude, man, my brother has never like played Dragon Quest like that. Like he sat there and watched us play Dragon Quest when we were younger, because I used to buy the games and stuff. So I'm actually surprised he was in it. He was into it. Decadence, Ascendance of a Bookworm, Dorohedoro, and Tower of God. Now, y'all already know what I'm probably gonna say here, man. So first of all, I love ReZero, but I haven't seen season 2, so can't say anything about that. Haven't seen enough of Decadence. I really only seen I haven't seen enough of that. So, Tower of God will probably be my answer for this one. Um, in terms of, like I said, in terms of the writing, I don't know if I said this yet, but yeah, in terms of writing, the story, the world, everything, like Tower of God definitely did it. It definitely did it. Definitely did it for me. Tower of God is probably best fantasy. I'll probably give it to that. But Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai, and Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2 are the two. Those are the two that's probably gonna get this category. And I'll probably give it to Dragon Quest. Probably biased here, but I'll probably give it to Dragon Quest. Cause I'm a big Dragon Quest fan. Let's see. Best comedy. So like this, yeah. So they did have best comedy. So this is the last category. So we made it through all of them. So best comedy, we have Keep Your Hands Off of Izukin, Kaguya-sama Love is War, My Next Life is a Villainess, Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle. I don't know what the heck this is. Kakashigato and the Misfit of Demon King Academy. I'm honestly would have to give it to Burn the Witch. Just for me personally. It was the show, I would say, between that and, even though Railgun isn't a comedy, a lot of the stuff in there had me dying. But I'd probably just give it to Burn the Witch. In terms of all these other shows, man, once again, I haven't seen any of this, man. So I'm not sure who's probably gonna win this. I'd probably say, if I had to give a guess, probably Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'd probably give they'll probably give it to that. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the nominees, and those are kind of my thoughts on last year of anime. So like one thing I want y'all to leave this video, one thing I want to leave y'all with is that we gotta stop really saying, like, we gotta stop, because there are some people that just, like I said, there are people out there that just be like, oh man, there weren't any good anime this year. Like, y'all gotta also keep in mind, man, COVID. I hate to use it, like, I hate to use it as an excuse or anything, but like even with COVID and a lot of the shows that were supposed to come out last year, The Promised Neverland, Mashoko Tensei, World Trigger, a lot of the shows that we're getting now in the winter season were supposed to come out. But even with what we got last year, man, there were a lot of good shows last year. There was really something for everybody. So really, there was no reason to complain about last year. To make terrible claims that Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan held up 2020. That's just a terrible hot take. Y'all got to stay off of Twitter. Y'all got to stay off of Twitter. There was a lot of shows that really helped people get by in 2020 other than those two shows. So I'm going to need y'all to stop with that. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys found some enjoyment in this. Let me know what you guys think about the Crunchyroll nominations, and what were some of your best what were some of your favorite anime of 2020? Because I gave y'all pretty much my list and my picks of what I would have chosen and everything like that. But I kind of want to hear back from y'all, if y'all can even sit through this long video, because I know this video about to be mad long. But I wanted to go ahead and go through everything, and it really isn't much to talk about in terms of stuff going on right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.